When you're negotiating the possession schedule with your other side in a Texas child custody case or divorce involving children, there's several things to really think about. Of course, possession means time, so you first have to understand the structure. The structure is, once we've established in the prior section who the primary custodial parent is, then we get into the question of how are we going to do time with each child. The first option and the best option for everybody is you do whatever you want to do, whatever you two agree on. And that's great, and a lot of parents do that, but a court's not going to sign a court order that just says that it's whatever you feel like. You've got to have a specific structure, which is to say that the non-custodial parent has specific days and times which they have the choice to use, and that the custodial parent gets all the extra time. Now, you can make that look however you want it to look, but most of the time, and the thing that courts are most comfortable with seeing in their courtroom, is what's called a standard possession order. This is an order that is first, third, and fifth weekends, basically every other weekend. It is every Thursday. It's big chunks of time in the summer for both parents. You divide up the holidays, you alternate spring breaks, etc. And there's actually two versions of it. There's an over 100 miles when the parents live more than 100 miles from each other, and then there's a version where they live under 100 miles. In other words, they live close by. And that's where, of course, most people are going to live within 100 miles of each other. And then there's 4 variations on that, just to confuse everybody. So, and it's basically whether you pick up and drop off at the parent's house or whether you do it at school. So most people, the ones who want the most time with their kids who don't have custody, those kids are going to typically get picked up by the non-custodial parent at school on a Thursday on their weekends, and then they're going to be dropped off on a Monday. But there are variations on it, and again, a lot of the times it just has to do with how far apart they live from each other, what part of town, who's got a work schedule, daycare, that kind of thing.